So I got this tattoo when I was 18 years old. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's the Yin and Yang symbol. I was into martial arts and I thought it was cool, and I thought it would be representative of who I was and what I was interested in at the time. So this symbol really opened up to me recently, and I just wanted to attempt to explain something that this symbol can hold true for all of us. Not as a concept, but simply as a signpost to point to the mystery of this existence, this life that we are living. And I just wanted to give you my inspired perspective on that topic. And I just am going to reference something from quantum physics, just because it's interesting. And I know that if you guys have been following me, you'll find this to be interesting. Everybody kind of knows about the double slit experiment in quantum physics. It's where they basically shot electrons through a panel with two vertical slits, and when they did this without under the observation of a small camera or a small detector, just shot the electrons through the two vertical slits, they made many vertical slits on the back wall, not just two stripes. And so they determined that the particles were actually behaving like waves, right? So where the bottom of one wave meets the top of another, those areas were canceled out, and there was empty space on the back wall. And where the high points of each wave met, they made vertical indications. So the particle behaved like a wave, a small piece of matter, electron. And what has occurred to me recently is that whatever you want to call this, existence, is a paradox. It is not something that can be reduced into a philosophy, a concept, or any scientific explanation. It's both. It's both a mystery, and it's both tangible, palpable, and vivid and experiential. And what's really interesting is this symbol. Now, I don't know how many centuries ago that this symbol was first sort of made, but if you look at it, you can see that it really does sort of represent a particle, right, and a wave. Isn't that interesting? A particle and a wave. And how do we experientially come to know, to realize, not in our minds, but in our hearts, in our bodies, and in our every breath we take, that our experience is a complete mystery, it's a complete paradox, and it's totally futile to try and uncover what this is. So if you really want to experience contentment in your present moment, and you really want to be as free as both the wave and the particle are, which is what you are at the smallest level apparently, just notice that in your experience, you can notice that things appear very, very real, in the sense that we see things, we hear things, we smell things, and we touch things, and then we feel things in our body. This is representative of the particle experience of this yin and yang symbol. And if you notice in your awareness that these things that you see, hear, taste, touch, smell, and sense seem to come and go. They come and go and they change, and they seem to arise in this empty, abstract space that we can see is actually the particle aspect of existence. You see, so the undifferentiated, mysterious, unknown, abstract, empty potential is this backdrop that the particle emerges from. The particle is everything that is differentiated, that is within sense perception and in time, right? Because remember, in one of my other videos I talked about time. Time itself is actually a presently arising thought that arises in that empty, abstract space of no-thingness. So the freedom and the beauty and the love of existence is in the mystery. It's in the complete, utter, profound mystery of this experience. And then the things that happen in this experience we call some things suffering and tragedy and very, very hard times, but there's also beautiful moments and there's also boring times. All of these appearances are the particle aspect of this yin and yang symbol, and they're bittersweet. They're bittersweet. So even when you're in the midst of the most horrendously difficult experience that what we call suffering, just realize and relax that that is just one aspect of existence that cannot be denied. See, you can't have the particle without the wave, and vice versa. It's a paradox, and it's seamless, and it's inseparable. So, before we finish today, I'd like you to just sit with me and breathe with me. So, I want you to feel what I just said as you breathe, and I want you to feel the breath deep in your body and feel what it's like to be alive. All of the sensations in your body, the sense perceptions. It'll be an open-eyed breathing exercise. And then I want you to notice that all of those appearances are arising within your awareness, in this awareness of this undifferentiated, abstract, empty potential. And you will actually experience, and you will actually know in your heart that there is nothing that can go wrong. Okay, so let's do that. You're going to relax and just gently breathe through the nose. And I want you to feel your diaphragm pulling down as if, sorry for the camera, there's strings pulling your diaphragm down, all the way down into the pelvis. And then you'll feel your waistline gently expand. You'll feel the back of the ribs lightly stretching. And then you'll feel the clavicles broadening at the top of the inhalation. And then as you exhale ever so slowly, you'll feel the clavicles descend, the ribs will knit together, the waistline will shrink, and the belly will collapse. So just join me with that, and we're going to meditate on this yin and yang symbol. The light in me honors the light in you, my friend.